What's going on, everybody? Adam here with Etrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Yakima FatCat 6 ski and snowboard carrier on our 2013 Volkswagen Jetta. If you have a smaller vehicle or just tired of carrying all your bulky ski and snowboard equipment inside the car on your long trips, this is going to be a great way to get them up and out of the inside and on top of your roof. It's going to make a lot more room on the inside and just keep everybody a lot more comfortable on the drive. With the EVO 6, we're going to have about 34.5 inches of usable space. So in the winter, you can go ahead and carry 4 snowboards or even 6 skis. But in the off season, you can also use it as a fishing rod carrier. I know it's kind of a pain to get those fishing rods and skis on the inside of your vehicle, so this is going to be able to be used throughout the whole entire year. If you have multiple accessories on top of your roof and you don't really have room to put the EVO 6, we also carry an EVO 4, which will be a little bit smaller. What really sets this carrier apart from all the others is the fact that we have this little pivoting system here. Basically, with the other ones, whenever we're really utilizing the whole entire amount of space that we have, it really gets tough to clamp down the other side. With this, it's going to expand, which gives you a nice even amount of tightness on your boards and skis. The FatCat really takes into consideration your gear. So we have the rubber little molding, super soft. It's not going to scratch anything, and it really gets a good grip on all of your equipment. And also we have a coated little band that goes underneath our crossbars. So if you're worried about it getting scratched or anything like that, you don't have to worry. And also it protects itself. So we do get keys and locks with this carrier, but the nice thing about it is the only way we can remove this carrier is if we open it up. So by locking it, the carrier is staying where it needs to be, and of course our skis and snowboards will too. Right out of the box, the first thing I noticed was it's extremely aesthetically pleasing. I really like the design of it. Some of the tooly options are a little bit more bulky, kind of really tall, and they're not as aerodynamic as the FatCat is. I definitely like the black powder coated finish, but if you're not really a fan of that, you can go ahead and grab a silver option that we carry here at Etrailer. The FatCat really comes with everything you really need. It comes with some adapters for the different kind of bars you may have, but if you're really looking to go really low profile, well, there is a T-slot kit sold separately on our website, so that's going to take out this whole entire clamp. But for today, of course, we use the clamps, and it's pretty simple, straightforward install, so let's go over that with you now. First thing we want to determine is which foot kit we're going to be using. So we have one adapter that comes with it, so that'll work with your round bars and your square bars. But today we have some aero bars, and we're going to be using the clamps. So with the clamps, pretty much any factory bar, any aero bar, or anything like that, these are going to work with. And what we need to do is just open it up to access our little holes down low. So we want to go ahead and take this little part here off, just rotate it. And then what we want to do is there's a little notch right here, and it's going to match up with this notch right here. So go ahead and line that up, put it through the hole, and then we're going to take this little lever here and go in the inside of the carrier and screw it on. We just want to get it in place. We don't have to tighten it down yet. So once you get that one on there, we can do the same exact thing for the other side, but we have options for the other side. So depending on your roof rack and what other kind of accessories you may have, we're going to have 2 different holes, and they're going to be oblong holes, so they'll be able to move a little bit. So same exact deal. Take this off. And for today, what we're going to be using is just the outside one, just because this is the only thing going up on our roof. Whenever we're hooking this up, we want to make sure that we are making the opening go on the same side for both of our straps. If you have a relatively low profile roof rack and you plan on keeping your bindings on your boards and you're having a little bit of contact with your bindings and your roof, what we can do is take an Allen key, and right here we're going to have a little screw. So what we're going to do is take this out before we put on the foot. We're going to go ahead and pull this bolt out. And as you can see, we have a little hole here. So what we're going to do is rotate this up, put this in, and then attach it this way. This way, we're gonna have a lot more room in between the bottom of our carrier and the roof. This way we don't have to take our bindings off, because I have my bindings perfectly set in, and I don't really want to have to deal with putting them back exactly how I had them right when I get to the slopes. When I see that hill, I want to start going down it. But for today, we're not going to be using that. We're just going to have it just like this, and now it's pretty much time to put it up and onto our roof. We can go ahead and take our strips and put them up and into the carrier. What we want to do is take our little flap here, flip it up, and then that's going to let this little lever come up, and then we can go ahead and fit this in and push it down. As of right now, there's not a whole lot of tension, so what we can do, this little wheel is going to adjust. So Righty Tighty is going to make it a little bit tighter, and to loosen it, you're just going to put it to the other side. So I like to kind of put it in here, feel it out a little bit. That's pretty good. I'm going to do a couple more. Clip it down. Once that's done, then we can go ahead and do the same exact thing for the other side. Depending on what kind of roof rack you have, sometimes our bars aren't going to be completely level. Luckily with the FatCat, what we can do is rotate it to make sure it's nice and straight. It's going to look good, and it's going to help with securing our skis and snowboards a lot easier. And once we do that, you can go ahead and start twisting this and getting that locked down. We can do the same exact thing for the other side. Now it's time for some boards and some skis. Push it all the way back there. We want to put the bends in our skis facing back. Get them all in there. We still have some room, so we could definitely fit at least another pair of skis in here, even with our two boards. Once that's done, we can go ahead and clip them down. And we are going to get locking cores with the kit, so you don't have to buy them separately, which is really nice. And we can go ahead and lock it into place. And that's going to prevent that big old knob from opening, so you know all your gear is going to be nice and safe. Well, everyone, that just about does it for a look at the Yakima FatCat EVO 6 ski and snowboard carrier on our 2013 Volkswagen Jetta.